Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, please click on that subscribe button. This is part 2 of the things you need to know before you travel to Egypt. If you're a first time traveler, you're an African, or you're a Nigerian passport holder, this is the video for you. So let's get right into it.
Number one, if you're traveling to Egypt, you need to understand that everything is taxed, whether it's your food or your hotels, they are all taxed. It's a government tax that is compulsory for everyone to pay. So if, for example, you see that your hotel is $100 on bookings.com or Google Hotels, just know that you will be paying some additional fees because of taxes. The other thing you need to know is Egypt, when you're traveling out of Egypt back to your country or you're transiting to a different country, you need to understand that if you have some Egyptian pounds left, you cannot convert it to US dollars. You have to convert it to pounds. That is, I went to like 3 different shops within the airport and they all kept telling me you cannot get USD, but you will be given, you can convert your Egyptian pounds to the British pounds, right? So just know that when you're exiting the country. The second thing you need to know is you can't just book your flight and go to Egypt as a Nigerian passport holder. You have to have either you have like a US visa or a Canadian visa or a Schengen visa. If you have that, then you can get easily visa on arrival when you get to Egypt. But if you don't have any of this visa, you're a first-time traveler, you don't have any of these visas on your passport, you would need to get what is called an OK to board. And that's not something you can get on your own. It has to be done through an agency. And one of the trusted agencies you can use is Comparators. There are several others that you can use, but you need to make sure that you're contacting someone who has done this for several people. The way it works is that these agencies have connections with the immigration office in Egypt or a travel company in Egypt to process your OK to board. So that is what you would use to even leave Nigeria. You can't even leave Nigeria if you don't have an OK to board. The airlines will not board you onto the airplane. So you need to get an OK to board before you even leave Nigeria as a first-time traveler with a Nigerian passport. Another thing you need to know is besides Cairo, besides Sharm el-Sheikh, besides Hurghada, there are several other beautiful cities that you could visit. There is Siwa. The Siwa city is quite small, and that's where you have the Siwa Oasis, where you have people floating in these salt lakes, beautiful turquoise water. So that is another city you can also visit. There's also Zafarana, and this is so beautiful. I passed through this city on my way from Hurghada back to Cairo, and I felt like I missed on this particular city. This city is particularly unique because on the left-hand side of the city, you have these beautiful mountains, and on the right-hand side, you have the Red Sea. So imagine in your hotel room, if you turn to the left, you see the mountains. If you turn to the right, you see the sea. It's so beautiful. And I think that people are not really taking advantage of that city. It's a beautiful place to visit. They have big malls. They have everything you need, basically. It's very beautiful. Another thing you need to know is that taxis, you can use local taxis in moving around. You could also use Uber. Either you use Uber or you use local taxis. The price range for moving from one place to the other, whether in Cairo, basically, because I don't think Uber works in Luxor. I never used Uber in Luxor. I don't think it works there. I'm not sure about Sharm el-Sheikh, and it also didn't work in Hurghada. So it's majorly in Cairo. Local taxis or Uber will charge you something between 50 to 100 Egyptian pounds. So you need to know that when you're booking, when you're budgeting for your trip, all right? So the next thing you need to know is water. I almost got scammed when I went to the local shop to get water because I drink a lot of water. So what happened was I gave the person £100 and I wanted to get 4 bottles of water. This guy gave me £60 as change instead of £80 as change. My saving grace was that I actually asked, because for my hotel, I told someone to go with me from the hotel. I think it's one of the children of the owners of the hotel that I stayed in, the boutique hotel I stayed in. And they went with me to get the water. So what happened was I asked the guy, how much is 1 bottle? And he said it was £5. So it doesn't make sense that the person was giving me £60 when my change ought to be £80. So you need to be very careful so that these people, they intentionally would want to scam you. But if you know what you're doing, I think that you can, stand up for yourself. So I did get my change complete and I left. But just know that water is £5 each in Cairo if you're getting it from a local store. So you can stock up your fridge with enough water. I would advise that you have frozen water with you at all time because it's quite hot. Especially when you're going for tours, you need to have like frozen water, 2 or 3 with you. Because I drink a lot of water, I had 4 frozen bottles and I put them in socks, so they were pretty much cold all day. That was a very good hack for me. Another thing you need to know is Cairo to Sharm el Sheikh is 5 hours drive. It's a 5 hours drive, or you can pay, I think it's between $100 to $120 to fly from Cairo to Sharm el Sheikh. It's a 1 hour flight. Or you can fly from Cairo to Hurghada, same thing. Or you could take a vehicle or a bus. I use Go Bus, very comfortable. You can book the business class. The business class is very comfortable. If you book the Super D, what would happen is you would have someone sit beside you. And if you don't want that, you just want to sit alone, then you should book the executive bus or the business bus. Now the journey from Cairo to Luxor is 8 hours. It's a very long drive. You can also fly if you want to, but you need to know that there is no flight from Luxor to Hurghada. There's no flight from Luxor to, Luxor to Hurghada is 5 hours, so you could just drive there. There's no flight, so you need to know that when you're planning your trip. There's this thing that many people talk about when it comes to Egypt. Oh, you were scammed. Yeah, there's a possibility that you'll be scammed. Oh, people hustle you and people want you to come to their shop. Yes, if you grew up in Lagos or you grew up in Nigeria, you are used to that. What do? You ignore. When I went to the market, the Kal El Kali market, of course, people are going to say, oh, brown sugar, come buy from me. Brown sugar, I like you. That's normal thing that people do in our market in Lagos Island. So all you need to do is just ignore. I also know that people complain about being scammed at bus stations by maybe the guys who load the luggages into the bus will tell you to pay £10 or £20 or $20 just because they want to put your luggage into the bus. Ignore them. What I did most times, for the 2 times that I used the bus, I just be like, that's all I did. And I ignore them. Like, you don't need to respond to them. They are just trying to look for gullible Americans or white people that they can dupe or collect $20 from. And that's not me. So I never paid for my box because I was traveling, because I'm supposed to travel my box. Most times the luggage compartments are sometimes empty. So yeah, don't let anybody hustle you to pay what you're not supposed to pay. The next thing you need to know is once you arrive in Egypt, you need to get Egyptian pounds. So you don't end up spending so much of your dollars. Just get Egyptian pounds, but keep some monies in dollars, especially when you're going to be paying for your hotel bills. It's just better to pay that because they are more. It's sometimes they're like $200, $300, or $150. So you can keep those payments in USD, but to pay for like Uber and pay for like water, or you want to buy food, I think you should have Egyptian pounds with you. So please make sure you get the local currency while at the airport. If you enjoyed this video, you learned 1 or 2 things, please share with your friends. Please share on your WhatsApp status. Please like this video and definitely subscribe to my channel. Until I see you again, it's bye for now.